An avatar is a way for players to project themselves into a video game. In a lot of ways, it's a virtual representation and extension of yourself, so much so that it's possible in games nowadays to create a convincing virtual doppelganger of your real-life appearance. It's not nearly as deep as I'm making it sound, but it leads into the question I'm about to ask today. Why would a man create his avatar as a girl? Now, this isn't a question that can be answered with any sort of hard facts, so I'm just going to answer for myself. If you asked me this question maybe 5 years ago, a less thoughtful me would have said something along the lines of, well, if I'm going to be looking at a character's ass for the next 40 hours, I'd rather it be a hot girl. If you ask me the same question today, I'd probably say the same thing. Yes, I'm a shameless pervert and I like making my characters attractive, but I've also found more satisfying reasons beyond simple eye candy. In the games I typically play, female designs are just more varied and visually distinct. I like eye-catching designs that make me stand out, rather than being one drop in a sea of macho armor guys. And it's also not just how my characters look, but also how they look in action. To me, heroic feats and epic battles just look and feel better when performed by a cool girl. You might be familiar with the term male power fantasy, a catch-all term describing the aesthetic of gruff, manly titans of testosterone designed to embody a typified masculine concept of power. Well, this is my power fantasy. Video games are a realm where a small, lithe girl can triumph over foes and monsters more than twice their size, either by matching their strength and ferocity, or through a balance of grace and power, or even simply by being cute and defying the concept of strength. This leads to my most important reason for playing a female avatar, and that is how it affects the visual narrative experience of playing the game. Now, I'm not talking about the actual narrative provided by the game's story, although that's also part of it. I'm talking about the visual story being conveyed through the actual gameplay. For instance, while Monster Hunter does have a basic narrative to frame the sequence of events that happens in the game, the visual narrative of a girl who hunts giant monsters is more interesting to me than a man who hunts monsters. This is also made better when character interactions in the game don't ever address your gender or treat you differently based on your gender. Some might see this as a writing oversight, but to me, it means that my hero's gender isn't an issue at all. The story would be no different if my hero was a man or a woman, so why not make the hero a woman? It is the most fulfilling to me to create a hero who is appealing to me, who embodies my ideal of strength, and to take this hero on a journey and watch them triumph over the odds. However, I do make exceptions for games in which your gender choice does make a difference in how you interact with characters. In games like Dragon Age, or the most recent Fire Emblem games, my choice of gender will affect what relationships I can build with my team, and thus I often opt for a male avatar to see how romances play out. In Persona 3 Portable, they also offer you the choice between a male or female protagonist, with completely rewritten dialogue and choices to reflect your gender, and a whole new set of social links just for the female hero story. The exception to this exception is the Mass Effect series, where I opted for a femshep just because I really like Jennifer Hale's performance. I guess the end result is that I don't make avatars to represent myself. I would rather much use avatars as a means of crafting my own hero to my aesthetics and watching their story unfold. And that's today's A.B.I.torial. Let me know in the comments how you feel about avatars, and maybe even suggest me some topics to talk about. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos from us, and consider the thrilling visual narrative of donating to our Patreon and ushering in a future of more SugarPunch content. I'm A.B.I., and actually, while I'm here, I should ask, does anyone here play Blade and Soul? My friends and I have a clan on Hajoon server, and if you want to hang out and chill with me, Majikura, and our buddies, we'd be more than welcome to have you in our clan and lend you a hand. Our clan is called EnterVoid, and we're Cerulean, so look us up or send a letter to any of my characters and we'll hook you up.